Hello, this is Annette from Information Services with yet another Google Suites video. Do you need to send out a survey or questionnaire? Do you need to find out who is going to bring what to the next family cookout? Or do you want feedback after a talk you just gave? Or maybe you just need to sign up people for an event that you're about to have. If you have a Gmail account, try Google Forms. Google Forms is a survey administration app that allows you to create, send, and view the results of surveys. You can even export the results onto a spreadsheet if you need to send in a report on it. Google Forms is easy to use and you can easily customize the look of it. It honestly makes survey making a lot of fun. So today we're just going to go over some of the basics in Google Forms, and let's go ahead and get started. To access Google Forms, you first need to sign into your Gmail account. Now, once you sign into your Gmail account, you're going to click on the Google Apps icon over here in the top right. If you hover over the icon, it should say Google Apps. You click on it, and when you scroll through, you may or may not see the Google Forms icon, and that's okay. So if you see the Google Forms icon, go ahead and click on it. If you do not see it, click on Docs. Now from there, click on the main menu icon in the top left, and Forms is right there at the bottom. And there you go. That's how you get into Google Forms. Sometimes if you've never used one of the Google apps, it won't appear in that little shortcut, that Google Apps shortcut. So the more you use it, the more likely it'll be added later. So there you go. That is how you access Google Forms from your Gmail account. Now, to begin creating a Google Form survey, you need to click on blank. Then you'll be taken to a blank Google form. Now, there are two untitled form titles here. We're just going to go over some of the parts of a Google form. And up here by the Google Forms icon, this is going to be the title of the form itself. So when you go looking for this survey in your drive, your Google Drive, this is the title you should be looking for. Now down here, this untitled form, this is where you would title the survey itself, and this is what your respondents will see. So up here, this is for your records, and down here, this is for your respondents. So I'll go ahead and show you what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and type out SPET survey practice. Enter. And then when I click down here, you'll notice that it automatically matches them up. Now, if I were to delete practice from right here, and I'm just going to click down here, you'll notice that now the form title and the survey have different titles. So again, this is what your patrons will see. Now, I also want to point out that all changes saved in Drive notification up here. So what this means is you don't have to worry about losing any of your work as long as you have an internet connection. So as long as you are working on a pretty decent internet connection, you don't have to worry about doing Control Save or anything. All your work is there. And then down here you have two tabs. You have your questions and you have your responses. So questions, this is your workspace for creating your questions, and we're going to go over editing and adding questions in a bit. Over here is your toolbar. So this is where you would add new questions, import questions. You can change, you can add a new title and description if that's something you want to add between sections. You can even include pictures and videos. And then over here you have responses. So this is where you would be able to view the results of your surveys. So this is just for you, and of course you can export a spreadsheet, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. And there you go. That is a blank Google Forms form. Now let's begin editing our survey. So what we need to do first is, of course, create a form description. You're telling your respondents what this survey is about. help us find out which pet is the best. Please fill out the survey and let your voice be heard. Okay, so that's a quick little description, and you'll notice up here all changes saved in Drive. So as soon as I stopped typing, everything was automatically saved. I didn't have to do Control S or anything. Now to add a question, all I need to do, because they give me a section right here, is click on question and type away. Also, if I don't want multiple choice, I would just need to click on this drop-down menu and choose the type of question I want to make. And as you can see, you have short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, and drop-down. Now, if I wanted to, I can change it around. This first question is going to be multiple choice. Now, one drawback I will say for this is that you're not able to put you're not able to combine different kinds of questions into one. So for example, if you have a multiple choice question and you wanted a little short answer in that question, you cannot do that. You can only create a short answer question or a multiple choice question, but they can't be combined. So I'm going to type in this first one. Do you currently own a pet? And as you can see, it's already predicting the kinds of responses that your respondents will have. So of course I'm going to click on yes, and then I'm going to click on no, and then over here it's saying maybe. It's assuming I want to use maybe, and notice how it's still highlighted. So I'm just going to go ahead and type over it. I used to own a pet. And then for the last one, for option 4, I'm going to say never. Now let's say by accident I added another option that I didn't want. All I need to do to remove it is to click on this X to the right of the option, and it goes away. Also, if I wanted to change the order, I can do that. So you'll notice when you hover your mouse, or when I hover my mouse over the circles, this icon with the dots appears. Anytime you see an icon like that, just keep in mind that usually means you're able to move things around. You're able to drag things around. So, case in point, I'm going to click and drag yes below no. And if I want to move it back, I could just click, hold, and drag up. And there you go. So that is a multiple choice question. Now, if I want to duplicate the question, let's say I want to change the question a little bit, I can, and it'll just repeat everything. So as you can see, I have 2 of the same questions. So that's what that icon does. I could also delete the question, and I'm going to do that here. And I also could require that in order to complete the survey, this question must be answered. So I want to add another question. All I need to do is go to this little toolbar and click on add question, or that little plus icon, and there you go. I have another question ready to go. So for my next question, I'm going to choose checkboxes. Which of the following pets have you owned? Skip question if you never owned a pet. So option 1, I'm going to say cats. Option 2, I'm going to say dogs. As you can see, it's already predicting a little bit. I'll say rabbits, bunnies, insects, horses, ponies, snakes, hamsters, and just give the option other. Okay. And there you go. So now when your respondent looks at this question, unlike multiple choice where they can only choose one, here they're able to choose as many as they want. And then let's go ahead and add one more question. We'll make this one short answer. Which animal makes the best pet? And why? And there you go. That is a short answer question. Now, if you wanted to, you could also add sections. So if you had a separate idea or theme, you can just click on this icon here, and you'll notice that it'll be sectioned off. So you have section 1 of 2, and you have section 2 of 2. And as you can see, you have to put in another title for the section and another description. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. So if I click on that 3-dot icon there, I'll just click delete section. Alternatively, I can even add a video. So I have this video ready to go. This is called Corgi Flap. Thank you for answering this survey. Please enjoy this Corgi Flap. And so this doesn't actually have to be a question. This could just be something that you can have them view. Maybe if your questionnaire is about a video, you can post it right here. And also you'll notice those 3 dots that we saw when we were looking at multiple choice are over here. So that usually means, of course, that we can move things. So I want to move this to the end. And there you go. So that is all you need to do. So if you want to add videos, you can. If you want to add pictures, you would just similarly click on this add image. And then you could upload a picture, maybe from Google Drive or Google Photos. You can even type in put in a URL for a photo, and you could add that, very similar to the way this video is. I just put the URL. And there you go. That is editing a survey. Now that I am done with filling out my survey or adding the questions, I can customize the theme. So all I need to do is click on this icon, Customize Theme icon, and this options window will appear. So I can change the header, I can choose an image, click an image there, and as you can see, Google Forms offers you several different types of options. So you can do work and school, illustrations, birthday. Some of them are pretty dynamic, just like that one. So I can just randomly choose that, and then click on Insert right here. And as you can see, it appears very quickly, and that's what it'll look like. And you'll also notice that down here, the theme colors change based on what I've chosen. It tells you these are the best match for this picture, which is really nifty. Now let's say this is not good enough. I don't want this image. All I need to do is click on that X by image uploaded, and then I can upload the one I actually want. So I'm going to choose image. I can either upload from my computer. I can choose an image from my computer, or I can even upload an image from my Google Photos by clicking on Photos, and I want to use this one, and then I'm going to click on Insert. And as you can see here, you can change the size. So let's say there was a lot of stuff that I didn't want to appear in this picture. I want to crop it a little bit. I can drag it, but it'll also make it smaller. Let's not leave out that dot right there. So you'll notice that it'll keep that tight rectangle no matter what I do. And let's say it was much smaller. I can move it around. I can move the rectangle around by clicking and dragging wherever I want. We're going to go ahead and use that whole thing, and then I'm just going to click on Done. And as you can see, the header is right there. And also the theme colors or the theme choices have changed. If I wanted to, I can look up more, but we'll just go ahead and go with what they suggest. Let's go see. That one's pretty nice, so we'll go with that one. And then you also can change the background color. Again, they give you options of what would best suit this picture. So I can make it darker if I wanted to. I can make it lighter. I can make it gray. Let's go with this one. And then I also can change the font style. So right now it's in basic. If I wanted to, I can have it decorative. Okay, it's nice, but a little too nice. I can make it formal. Okay, that looks pretty nice. Or I can make it playful. Let's stick to playful. And there you go. That is customizing your theme. Really simple, but you'll notice how different it looks now. And of course, all you need to do is, if you're done, all you need to do is click on this X by Theme Options. And that's customizing a theme. Now that we have customized our theme and now that we have finished our survey, we can preview it, and we also can look over some of the settings for the survey. So first off, let's go ahead and preview. I'm going to click on the icon right here next to customize theme, and it's the preview icon. And when I do that, a new tab opens up. I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit here. And this is what the respondents will see. So it's a good idea to look this over just so that you can get perspective. And if you're happy with it, you can leave it as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and close this tab. And then now, I'm going to just zoom out again. Now that I'm done with previewing, I'm going to click on the settings icon right here just to go over some of the settings for this survey. Now you have 3 sections. You have General, Presentation, and Quizzes. Under General, I can choose to collect email addresses if I want. You'll notice it doesn't default to doing that because some people just like creating a survey and putting it out there. I can also limit to 1 response. Now if I do that, it will require that the respondent has a Google account. So they'd have to sign into their Gmail account and answer the questionnaire. However, if they don't have a Gmail account, this is probably not a good option for you. Over here, you can also change what your respondents will see. So you can let them edit after they submit, or you can allow them to see the summary charts and text responses. So if you want to keep the privacy of your other respondents, it's a good idea to leave these unchecked. Now let's go over presentation. So this is just the way it's going to be seen when it's already sent out. So you can add a progress bar that tells them how much they have to go. You can shuffle the question order if you want, so different respondents will see it differently. And also this just shows a link so that if the respondents want, they can submit another response, especially if you're just leaving it open. And then lastly, you have quizzes. Over here, you can make your survey into a quiz. Now let's say I don't want to do that, because if I make it into a quiz, it means that it's going to be graded. It tells our respondents if they miss questions, correct questions, we can uncheck these if we wanted to. But if that's not something we're looking to do, we're not grading anyone, we can uncheck it. And then once I'm done with all my settings, I can click on Save. And there you go. That is previewing and setting our settings. Now we're ready to send out this survey. So I'm going to click on the send icon right here at the top right after settings, and the send form appears. Now I can send it by email, I can put a link, and this you could also put into an email or you could put into a website if you shorten the URL. If you are uploading this to Twitter, here, especially if you're limited in the amount of characters you can have, this would probably be better. So you can shorten the URL and it would be just as valid, or you can embed. So embedding means you can put this into the code of a website and it will be its own little widget that kind of stands on its own. Unlike when you just hyperlink, what happens is another tab opens and it's not necessarily part of the website itself. Now going back to email, you're able to type in the whoever you want to send this to. You can type in their email, and just to show you what that looks like, I'm going to type in my work email here, and then I'm going to just type in an email and then press enter. And I could type in as many as you want. Now, of course, this is if you are just sending it to a limited group of people. You can also type in a contact group if you have one. If you have a group of contacts in your email. You could also put a message into the body of the email. Please fill out this survey. And then also you have the option of just putting the survey into the email. So if you don't want it to be a separate tab, which is fine, you can do that, or you could just have it in the email itself. Now down here you can add collaborators. So adding collaborators means that you're giving other people the ability to change the survey as much as you can. So they can delete questions, add questions. And then of course when you're done you would click on send. Now lastly, up here at the right, you are able to automatically send your survey through Facebook or Twitter. So you would just click on the Facebook or Twitter icons, and you will be asked to sign in, and then from there a post will be created, and then you can send it out to your friends or followers. And that's it. That is sending out a survey. Okay, so now let's go ahead and review some results. I sent out a similar survey and I got a couple of responses. So here it is. Again, it's best pet. And I'm going to click on the responses icon right there. And as you can see, I have 7 responses, and initially it breaks it down by charts. So this was the first question, it was a multiple choice question, and this was the chart that was provided. This was a short answer question, and then this was the checkbox question. So depending on the type of question format that you choose, the chart will change. Now going back up here, you can also review the results based on individual questions. And then you could also view the results based on the individuals themselves. And of course, as you may have noticed, we don't have names, we don't have emails, nothing has been kept about the person. So it's all anonymous. Now lastly, the thing that you can look at here is you can export to a spreadsheet. So it's going to export to Google Sheets. I'm going to click on that icon right there. And here you can, if you need to submit reports, you can easily send this out, and people will be able to view the results. And there you go. That is reviewing the results of your survey. Thank you so much for watching this video on Google Forms. I hope it was informative, and if you have any questions, please contact the Information Services Department at wellmail3@minlib.net, or live chat with us from 9 to 5 Monday to Friday on the library website. So just go to wellesleyfreelibrary.org and scroll down to the bottom right. You should see a little chat bubble, and you'll be in direct contact with an Information Services librarian. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.